Remote work is unfortunately becoming less and less common, and this is creating a massive accessibility barrier for tons of disabled people. So let's talk about it. There are a lot of reasons that a disabled person may need to work remotely, but one of the most common is that there are no viable transportation options for that person to get to and from work. So, for example, if a disabled person can't drive due to their disability, if they don't have someone to take them to and from work, or if there are no public transportation options to take them to and from work, then remote work could be a reasonable accommodation. And the truth is that any company who has had employees do a certain type of job remotely before will have a really difficult time proving that a disabled employee can't do that same type of job remotely as an accommodation. But even though that's true, I imagine a lot of disabled people are really struggling to get remote work as an accommodation right now. If your company is not fully cooperating with you on a remote work accommodation and is really wanting you to be in person, there are some things you can suggest and just see what they say. You can say, okay, my only option is to Uber and Lyft to and from the office. Can you pay for that transportation? This accommodation may or may not be deemed reasonable. It depends on the duties of the job, it depends on the company, but it's worth asking and just seeing what they say. Another thing you could say is, okay, I can go into the office if I am walking distance from the office. So if you pay for a hotel that's walking distance to the office, then I will stay in that hotel for a week at a time, once a month, and go into the office if you pay for that hotel, and just see what they say to that. The thing is, both of these suggestions cost the company extra money, so it really makes the most sense for the company to allow the disabled employee to work remotely as a reasonable accommodation as long as the essential duties of the job can be performed remotely. It's tough out here in the job world right now, especially if you rely on remote work as an accommodation.